Hey guys, GWS here. We're going to be playing with my bike corruptor today for the first time in a while, which is actually been really fun. Do some corruptions of Super Mario World and just see what we could come up with. Now, just as a little bit of a background, this is a corruptor that I created um, that does corruptions at the processor level, specifically dealing with opcodes. And so we're going to see what kind of stuff this produces. So first of all, let's load this. Now this is going to be the number of corruptions. Basically, this number right here is just going to be like kind of an index of how screwed up the game is going to be. But anyhow, you don't want to hear about the nerdy stuff. You want to see the good stuff. So everything's starting normal. I should let these title screens play too, because a lot of that can be kind of interesting. And as you can see, I kind of started this later on. Well, as you can't see actually, because the map has been completely corrupted out. So let's go to Yoshi's Island. See what we can get here. Yeah, as you can see, no collision at all. Basically, we're playing Mario is missing, because in that game, no collision. And Yoshi is dead. Can't even collide with boxes. That's a problem. Okay. Whatever that was. Thank you, Yoshi. Unfortunately, I cannot get on the Yoshi, so rip. I can touch coins. And this poor guy can't get back to his shell. But you can. You're not that corrupted. And we got 35 lives too. I just noticed that. So we can do the collide with the tape. No one-up mushrooms for Mario. Okay, you're a pile of dirt, and you are running. What's amazing is I can collide with the question blocks, but I can't collide with a lot of other stuff. Like, now I can't collide with this. Like, I can pick these up, but the moment I throw it up, I can't collide with it, or at least Mario can't. Like, as you can see, I cannot touch this block. That could be a problem in the future. So go ahead and play with this for a while. See if we can collide with this. Nope. I doubt we're going to be able to activate this P-switch. Poor guy can't tackle me. He just... I don't even know what that was. And we are in a light bright session. So, I guess the way we'll try to do these systemically is we're going to go to the castle, and we're going to try to beat the castle. And with... now I got 20... ooh, boy. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to beat this level without being able to jump on the platforms. Platforms kind of needed. So, we'll see how that goes. I think I can get past this initial part. That's gonna be hard. I don't think I can get a running start from here. I can almost get there. I might be able to get there. Yeah, see, I'm trying to get to the very edge there. I ain't that good at games. Unfortunately. Alright, let's... I might have to do that tricky, like where you jump backwards. Let's try to... nope. See, this is what happens when boomers try to play games. It's not pretty looking. That is not... Oops. I died. I might just give up here. For the sake of entertainment. But see, this has a unique corruption. This has a unique method here, and I'm going to kind of show you guys this. And that is, I can click here and I can get new corruptions. And if it'll show up here. Oh, because I don't have this. I could probably reprogram that a little bit better. But, see, what I have here, like when I click new corruptions, what it does is it looks through this list of stuff that I have checked. And all this is just various styles of corruption based on the SNES processor. We're not going to go into what does what, but just notice that like whenever I change something here, I'll briefly go over what it is that I'm changing. And then I could go over a little bit of the relevance, but we're not going to go over assembly here. But see what I have here? I just have one thing activated. I can activate any number of these types of things, and this is a unique one. This is called the sub XY swap. So what sub means is I have an algorithm that goes and lays out the assembly into functions, and XY means the SNES has basically two what's called index registers. It's just little variables in the processor that go to 255. They have the X register and the Y register. And all this is saying if this processor instruction is using the X register, I just change it to use the Y register instead. And then the Y is the same thing, and that's where the swap comes in. So basically that's all that's going to do. And see, one of the reasons that this is a safe instruction is that the X and Y registers, they're not exactly the same, but they're similar, so swapping them won't necessarily crash the game. Like, with most corruptions, you have a problem with a lot of times the game will crash. And see, this is where I want to get to, is that, and this is pretty unique with the program I've done, is I have a byte editor here. Now I can go through any of these individual bytes and I could edit their values, so long as I keep the format here, because that's what it's reading off of. And there's all these functions where I can edit, I can use. It just basically means it'll add it onto the end. It won't like just edit the value. And then there's new and then revert. Revert just means go back to its original value. But then there's also this. There's the corrupt byte editor, and so it'll just take these. Like, we already know we have an interesting little corruption here, right? Where, like, the map has disappeared, the collision is problematic, and a lot of the graphics are being manipulated. But it's not just, like, randomized stuff here. Like, there's some interesting things. So it's like, if you want to keep using these specific corruptions, you don't want to change it. You just click corrupt byte editor, and what this will do is this will corrupt based on the modification type. And all this modification type is, it just is like another way of saying, how are we going to change the value of a particular byte? So a byte has like a number 0 to 255, and like this random just says, I don't care what value you change the byte to. We're just going to change it to something random. And then, like random signed will mean I will change the value of this byte, but I will retain the sign. In other words, if it's a positive number or it converts to a positive number, then the number will stay positive, but it'll random within that, and vice versa if it's negative. And then there's a lot of things here. I'm not going to bore with a lot of detail. I'll go over these as they're being used. But basically just know if I ever change this, that's what it's doing. It's just changing the value of what it could be. So I guess I'll just give you a brief example. So we're going to click Corrupt Byte Editor, right? So this is going to change, like, look at this particular value. This will change from 0 to 255, and as you can see, it shows 253 for this particular address. This bigger number is the address. This is what is being edited, and then this equals is, of course, I'm going to change that byte to that particular value. So that just basically said 1 to 255. But if I click random sign, for example, what it's going to do, what this effectively does, is it'll retain the sign. So what this means for you in particular is if the byte is above 127, it will stay above 127. Right? So if I click random sign here, and I just click on Corrupt Byte Editor, it's going to stay above 127. And as you can see, it's staying above 127. It's retaining the sign. It can be important for a few things. It's hard to predict the outcomes, though. But just know that's what this means. So we're going to go back to random here. If I haven't bored everyone out of this video. So we'll go back to random. We'll choose something else. And then we'll go... well, we'll just click Corrupt Byte Editor one more time. And then I think we click use. Yes, we click use. Alright. Yeah, that's what the use does. It just means, like, we're going to execute this. And as you can see, we have a title screen crash. That is what we do not want. So we'll just click corrupt. And we'll try to use it again. We'll try to get something good. And we get another title screen. Let's try it one more time. See if we can get something useful here. So now we got 194, and now let's click use. And that is not going to work. So we just want to get a whole new batch of bytes. But that's okay, because that's what clicking new corruptions does. So we'll just click this. So yeah, one problem with the, like, if you're corrupting the byte editor, what it'll do is, it will change, you know, because the way I have it set up is, like, if you're choosing to corrupt a specific opcode, you really don't want random, and we just went backwards. That teaches me to go. Now we are, anytime I press forward, it goes backwards. So let's try to push backwards. We may have to... Okay, so I push backwards. We good. The moment I push forward, we die. So I don't want this. So that's the thing, like with this particular kind of corruption, we have the XY, it's very hard to do a modification type. So I think the only way we can really get anything done is if we just do new. I don't think we can corrupt the byte editor with this. So see, this is actually one of the more tame ones, and this is why I want to start with this, just to get something that we know is going to work. There's going to be a lot less stable things that we do that's going to crash more, but it'll produce different things. Like, see, we're getting a lot of small gameplay impacts, like, you know, like what you expect to happen there, of course, is you release the shell, and we can't collide with anything. Well, whatever the rules are, I don't even know what the rules of this is, so we're gonna have to find out what the rules are. This is an interesting way to kill enemies too. Okay, so I guess I don't know, that's weird. So we're just gonna leave these enemies alone for now. You know, as much as I really want to throw that. Now that's interesting. It's saying we don't have the Switch Palace complete, even though we clearly do. We got the yellow Switch Palace. And Yoshi is having... And what is this? That is interesting, to say the least. Let's click on our tutorials. Okay, so apparently shells are not good. Well, seems like our football player here has a little bit of an issue. Keep running there, buddy. Alright, so... See, I like this. I like the bouncing coins and numbers. That's interesting. I wonder if our score is even increasing. Nope. Okay. I thought I just killed you. My coin's still bouncing. Alright. We got some corrupted clouds there. Let's test the pipe here, see if we can get something interesting. So apparently that's not. Okay. Now apparently we don't have the bouncing coin here, which is sad. The P is facing backwards. Alright. Alright. That's normal. See, you'll get stuff like that too. Like because we're swapping the X and the Y, like if it's using both, it may load stuff in the wrong order. So there's that. Let's see. I have a little bit of trauma. Alright, we crashed. So let's try a few more of these. Try some more XY. And then we'll get into some more stuff. Alright. Excuse me. I'm afraid to touch shells, because it seems like, ooh boy. Yeah, like, it seems like in every one of these, there's a shell corruption. And there's a mushroom corruption. Alright, so we can get on Yoshi for once. I think this may be the last one we do. See, I like this because... So you don't have to aim Yoshi's tongue, you just wait till Yoshi's tongue touches something. See if we can eat... Oop. We load the football player and the game spazzes out. Alright, so we're gonna try some other corruption types. So we'll go from XY, let's do some, let's try some STZ equals STA. So basically what this does, is it means, it's swapping, storing, 0 into the emulator with, storing A, or from storing something else. I can't remember exactly what this does specifically, but basically there's two processor instructions we're dealing with. We're dealing with STZ and STA, and music corruptions. Always good. So, and we got some map loading problems. And the map is totally out of whack. At least we're loading the right level. Am I picking up a Koopa? Yeah, the game is literally farting in my face. Okay, so we crash the game when we take damage. So let's reset. And load. Oh, we. Wait, what? What? What do we do? Is it gonna load? So we're stuck at the beginning sequence. We don't get the text box. We get a little enemy there. And it looks like we are stuck here forever. Alright. Let's try this again. So we'll go new. That's pretty normal actually, getting the zeros in there. And we got the title screen still loaded in the foreground. And we die immediately. Let's try to go somewhere else. And we're gonna die no matter what. Time up. Okay. Okay. Alright. I get you. Alright, so let's... Okay, crash. That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. Another crash. Yeah, some of these will be more stable than others. This one's slightly less stable. We're getting the zeros again. See, that's going to be another component, is a lot of these, because we're looking for specific instructions to corrupt, they're going, some of them are going to look the same when we try to use them. But see, that's where we can kind of combine stuff. And we have seizure-inducing graphics. So we're not going to do that. So let's change to something else. I'm going to do one I haven't used in a while. Usually this isn't a very productive one, but I just want to get this out of the way to explain it. PPU silliness basically tries to look for where it's sending data to the PPU. Basically anything dealing with like graphical loading, coloration, setting PPU modes. This is interesting. Oh, I don't know, this is that level. So yeah, we went from keeping the Super Mario World loaded to just not loading it at all. That's fine. This is normal. This is what a Mario game looks like. You know, all these graphical farts and crap. As you can see, it's not really editing the physics, it's all graphics. You know, it shows... You know, that specifically shows that this type of corruption really is impacting. That's what I designed this corruptor to do, is, like, you know, you have game corruptors out there, but where they get boring and where, like, corruptions run dry in general is when, you get corruptors that don't take the processors into account, and thus people see the same things because you're not they're not looking for certain things, because all they're doing is just basically editing random bits and bytes. You have the real-time corruptor that targets RAM, which that's a good corruptor in a way, but the problem is that when you reload that game, you're not going to be able to reproduce any of that. And I'm scared to try to jump on this, but it is a platform, so you can trust that the physics are still there. It's just really screwed up the graphics. Get off this in a second. See, a lot of the collision, it's the colliders are still here, but the objects are invisible. Bye bye, Yoshi. Oh, I paid for that one. Alright, we'll go to a different one now. Let's try another PPU corruption or two, and then we'll go. See, usually these don't work well. Like when I tried the PPU corruptor before, it'll do stuff like this, where you see nothing, or you don't get anything very interesting happening. And this is one of those where nothing interesting is happening. So we will. Okay, so as you can see, we are dark again. As you can see, we're still loaded. But because the way this corrupts stuff, a lot of times it doesn't set the graphics properly. So while I do a good job of targeting graphics, it doesn't. You know, as you can see, it's producing a lot of the same stuff, so this is just an example. But with a little bit of editing and a little bit of maybe background research on my part, I could get something like this to work a lot better. But right now, I just programmed it kind of to just set PPU modes randomly. You know, it's like, I'm not. I know the assembly of 65816, but I don't know. There's a lot of stuff dealing with the graphics that maybe I don't understand well enough to produce something interesting. But anyhow, we're gonna get out of the nerdy stuff and let's get to something interesting. Let's get to this. I don't even remember how I did this one, or even how good it is. So function value edit. I can't remember specifically what that even means. But oh, it might be a sub function that I wrote, but okay. Anyhow. Did I disable the PPU? Yes, I did. Okay. So we're not getting a lot of stability from these. Probably because value just means like, you know, whatever instruction. You know, a lot of these, especially the early ones that I wrote, were kind of vague. Let's go similar, x equals y, y equals x. So this is similar to the sub swap, sub xy swap, in that it might be close to the same thing. I probably don't want to use this. I think it is the same thing. So let's corrupt some direct page stuff. Basically, the direct page is just a fancy term for, like, you know, the first few bytes of RAM. And so we'll see what this does. You know, anytime you're corrupting RAM, especially when you're corrupting it from, you're trying to corrupt code, it's very unstable. But you get kind of interesting stuff like this, where Mario doesn't know which way he wants to go. You know, where you going, Mario? This might be... Let's see. Looks like Mario's kind of confused here, so... You know, we'll leave Mario to that. Actually, I almost want to reset this. Yeah, we're going to reset this. And we're going to try to go to a new save. Let's just see, because this seems like it could be interesting. It looks like we're actually... Let's see, this is Dinosaur Land, so the boxes are working alright. We got a little bit of an artifact right by the time, but... And a little bit of artifacts on the floor there, but... You know... Mario is having some problems. And it's giving us a bonus game. See, usually, like this looks more interesting than it is, but what this is, you see this a lot in Corruptions, it's just a placeholder for a level. But see, because we don't have anywhere to exit from, the game isn't going to load it. So, we'll have to sadly throw this one out, because it's not going to give us anything. But it wasn't for lack of trying, we did something with it at least. And we got a good save point too, so... Okay, Yoshi's Island 2. Now it's not letting us move at all. Okay, will not let me move to the right to go there, but it's okay. Let's see if we can... Now, strangely, this is taking me to 2. And not 1, even though I'm clearly on Yoshi's Island 1. I don't know. Okay, that's just graphical. So I got a little bit of a problem with animations. I think it's like the 3rd. And now we got stuff. Okay, I kind of see what this is doing. It's dealing with elimination of tiles, and it's not eliminating the foreground, but it's eliminating the background. And so that's actually cool that you could almost see what's happening. Like, see, it's upgrading all the background tiles, but none of the foreground. Like, as you can see where the mole things are right there? And we have door opening sounds for... Okay, so when the moles come out, it... Okay, this is weird. It almost seems like the background layer of the music is like the volume's kind of screwed up. So it almost seems... I don't know. But let's see what happens when we finish the level. Surprisingly, this has turned out to be tame. Now this is... Okay, so we're at the switch. Notice what happens when I push right. This is down. Let's see, this is putting us at 2. We're on Yoshi Island 1. So it's not going to let us advance from here. I almost want to go to our other data here, just to see. Okay, so this isn't gonna do us any good. So let's reset our game and let's go to um let's go to the first one. I could also save states here. Save stating kinda is cool, but it's not an authentic kind of thing. So now we're on 1, and this is interesting. This map is totally screwed up. So this is going to take us to 1, even though we're in Yoshi's house. So something did not connect properly. Like from what we've done. Strangely, it's not, it didn't do anything to the background when we collected these. Even though it was upgrading the background tiles. But, yeah. Okay. More door opening sounds. Alright. Rex. Damn it, don't let boomers ever play your games for you. Because I can't aim. To save my life. Boomer problems, boomer problems. Okay. Alright, doesn't look like I can get a lot more mileage out of this. We're getting... Goodbye. Alright. I want to see if I can get... Like, what's this gonna do? This is gonna, Okay, so I still can't go right. I can't even go left from here. This is weird. It's acting like it's not connected. I think we've gotten all the mileage we can get. Unfortunately, we don't have, any... Whoa, look at this one. You know, we don't have any save states, so we can't always, see, this has completely ruined the music. Yeah, no music. Make sure my audio's set right, too. Because that makes me paranoid. Alright, so we got some graphical artifacts and no Yoshi. That's normal. That's totally supposed to happen. Let's see. Alright. Oh, I don't like this without music. The music, even if it's corrupted, glitchy, barf music, it's still better than nothing. Alright. Yeah. This looks semi-interesting, but I'd rather have something with music. Because people need to fill the... Ooh, look at this one. Whoa, boy, look at it go. That is interesting. Alright. I've never seen that one. I've seen a lot of corruptions in this game, but never one that's done that. Let's see, crash. Crash. Alright. I need to create save states for, if nothing else, if I'm gonna do this, to just give people more stuff to watch. Because a lot of times, that's another reason these get boring, is like you're seeing the title screen, and because you get these crashes so often, like this, then you don't really get to see any of the good stuff. Alright. So let's do some neutrals. So all this does is the ink deck neutral. If it increments something, be it an address or be it anything, it'll just set it to no operation. So in other words, it won't increment something. Which you can actually get a lot of interesting things from this, but a lot of the problem with it is because so many of the things involve incrementing or decrementing the index registers. What you get is, well, a lot of this where like it won't increment or decrement what it needs to load stuff, but you get a lot of kind of interesting stuff. Let's see if we can get a menu to appear. Try this one more time because it kind of looked interesting. Okay, we got it. So now we'll see. More map and more music corruptions. Yep, the routine to load the level has officially left the building. Now maybe if I lower the number here, we could get something. Okay. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a lot from this. In some games this works better than others too. Like usually, like in a lot, especially regular Nintendo games, NES games, NES, if you call it, if you prefer, you'll get a lot more stable results. It just depends. Like every game is programmed a little bit differently. Like there's no one way to program, especially when you talk about this level of programming. It's just how you think of stuff in their mathematical expressions, right? So let's try to edit this slightly. So let's go, instead of neutral, let's invert it. So basically what this means is this is similar to an XY swap, except for it changes all increments into decrements, and it changes all decrements into increments. And so, at least in theory, you can have a lot of things that are loaded upside down. Because, like, sometimes you just load stuff the opposite way. Like, it'll... Well, look at this. I don't think you guys are supposed to... Okay. Koopa Rave. Major slowdown. Mushrooms kill us. Perfectly normal. Let's try to see how far we can take this Koopa Rave. So let's kill that. We die again, somehow. Okay, let's avoid the shell. Alright, Koopa Rave, begin. Cue some rave music. Man, if I had a soundboard with that, I'd play it. Not collecting mushrooms. See what happens when we get Yoshi. Got some music corruptions. We got some overlapping numbers here, too. That might be why we're slowing down. Okay. Let's try to go to another level, and then we'll call this one a wrap. Now, it seems to be just any time we get to a specific jumping level. Okay. I think we've had enough Koopa Rave. I'd save this one, but I'm kind of lazy. So we'll just, we will just do this. And we are not getting any sound. In fact, we got a crash. So let's load that again. And, well, that's normal. Nintendo loading on the side. And breaking, and then we got a crash. And whatever the hell is happening. And it's even screwing with the stereo channels. Another crash. Let's try a couple more. Alright. I think we've seen enough of that. Okay, so let's go to... We did corrupt reads and writes. We did that. I'm not going to do RAM. I don't like doing RAM. I don't like doing... JSR skips. We got compare branch. We got cont 0128 swap. That could be kind of interesting. Actually, no. This is interesting right here. The ROL reverse. So basically, what this means is, I don't want to go into nerd speak. So basically, what this does is anything multiplied by 2 will usually be divided by 2, etc. You know, and then the reverse is true too. But it's not quite that simple. A lot of times you'll do ROL and ROR for, like, graphical stuff. Like if you're editing, like, two-dimensional variables. I'm not going to go into it, but basically just... No, it's going to be... A lot of the stuff you're going to see is going to be multiplicative or... Yeah, it's... You know, you're not just going to see simple... minor little changes there, to say the least. Alright. We have completely screwed up map tiles, but hey, at least the grayed out path is clear, right? And we get 1,000,000,000 1-ups. Okay. So you can tell where that's kind of going, at least. You know, it probably screwed up how the scores are calculated there. Let's see if we can take advantage of that. Okay, let's try to... Oh, you can't score multiply on that guy. What is this? Okay. Okay. Wait a minute, so... What the hell? Okay. This is weird. Alright. Perfectly normal game of Mario Brothers going on here. We got platforms in the sky. We got, stuff mirroring the platforms. We got little blocks appearing periodically. Otherwise, perfectly normal. This is... See, this is how Mario is supposed to be played. Screw Mario Maker 2. We're the real deal. Okay. Mario has left the building. I cannot see where I'm at. Except for the cloud of going back and forth. Well, hey, at least you can see what's below you. Like, see, I guess that's the... Whoa. Okay, we have screwed up the way these platforms move. Whoa. Okay. Okay, Mario's head is gigantic, and I am really scared to move because I don't know where I'm at. Okay. They made the game significantly more challenging. Hey, I think I can actually... Whoa, what the... Okay. Mario is shifted on Yoshi. I might have to jump off of Yoshi to get to this platform. Nope. Yoshi, you are spared. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna get there. No, oh, I will. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we are screwed up. Totally. Can't see what anything is, can't see where the platforms are, don't even know where I'm at. Which means Yoshi gets murdered, and so does Mario. Did I get the... Okay, good, I got the checkpoint. There's a 3-up moon right there? Okay. I got jebaited. But that's okay. Alright. Not baiting me this time, 3-up moon. Oh! Troll block. So that's where that was. Alright. Alright, we got a key. I don't know where I'm at. Okay. Okay. Where am I at? I can't jump on anything. That was weird, to say the least. I don't even know if I can do this, but I'm gonna try. Alright. Just get on here. Let's get to the top, and let's jump as far as we can go. Okay. I don't think I can get up here. Oh, I got up there. Alright, 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 alright. We got the strategy now. We're just gonna get on the yellow blocks. Simple as that. I'm not following... I'm not collecting the troll key. Alright. Okay. We know where we're at. We know, but we don't know. Trying to get our dust cloud to pop up here, but... Alright. Now we see ourselves. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah! It's so hard not seeing yourself. We're gonna beat this. We will beat this glitch troll level any way we can. We're going to do this, and we're going to do it this time. So, jump here. Get on these little blocks. Just try to guess where we're at. We're against that. There. Now we're here. Now we wait. Alright. We're on. I'm gonna try to use this to go. And then we're not gonna hesitate, and we are on. And we are there. Just don't run into anything, and we beat it. So we're going to try to get to the castle. We're going to try to beat the castle. That's going to be our goal with all of these corruptions. Get to the castle, beat the castle. Alright. Well, at least we can see Mario now. That's an improvement. As long as we don't get any glitchy mess, we should be able to do this. Alright. Whoa, 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 okay. I played this game all the time when I was a kid, but I'm still playing it like a boomer. Because according to most people watching this, I would be a boomer. Alright. Now we're through, and now we will go to the castle. And we will attempt to beat Iggy. See, it's like, I still remember playing this as a kid, is like, just seeing, like, 2 dimensions of enemies, like, where you could punch them, where they be behind gates and stuff. See, it's like, back then, that was, like, a novelty. You know, it doesn't age so well today, because it's like, just so many games, even released for the SNES, they did it a lot better, but... Alright. Wait, what? See, it's always when I get to Iggy that, like, a perfectly good corruption will go bad. So I guess we're gonna have to try to beat Iggy without fireballs, and I hope they let me touch him. Let's get a mushroom here. Oh, you can't even touch the platform. Alright, so all this was for nothing. So, Iggy, you win this time. Unfortunately. Alright, Crash. Reload. And we cannot move, but can we go to the level? Yes, we can. Let's try something real quick. Let's kill ourselves. See if we can move anywhere. Nope. Can't even move up. We'll see real quick if there's anything interesting going on. Surprisingly, this one looks tame, except for that one error. Well, it did. And this is a little bit interesting. Mario can slide on nothing. So the diagonal collision is off. Yeah, see? Yeah, this is totally... But that's not particularly interesting. That's interesting, seeing that without any text. We get this. Oh, wait, what? That was curious. Like, usually you go down a slope, you can kill them, but apparently not there. Oh, whoa, okay. Not a lot with this one. I think we'll go... Yep. This is one of the more tame. So we're gonna change this up a little bit. Especially since we can't move. So we'll just do that. Oh my god. Alright. Oh my god, jump scare. Nope, we're not listening to that. There's a little map corruption. Let's see, we get some... Can't get to the title screen. Mario's invisible. Artifacts in the top, and then repeatedly scrolling gray backgrounds. Can't do anything with this, unfortunately. Except for kind of watch how it looks. Alright. See, I'd like to get the Iggy so that I can do a save state. Because if I can get the Iggy... Wait a second. That's Yoshi's house, that's Yoshi Island 3. Okay, that's still Yellow Switch Palace. So if we actually go here, is this going to take us to Yoshi's house? Yes. So this takes us to 3. Not 2, but 3. Okay. We're on Yoshi's house, yet it's taking us to 3. Now I want to beat it, see what happens. interesting. We got some musical stuff happening too. With the background music. Alright, now let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. Alright, so... Okay. Yoshi Island 4. Yoshi Island 1. Okay. We have completely skipped a level. So now we're on where Yoshi Island 3 is supposed to be. Can I go in here? Wait, what? Wait. Is this supposed to be here? I guess it's supposed to be here. I always forgot what happens when you go in that pipe. Oh yeah, this is... Interesting. Now we're gonna see... Is that gonna take us to Iggy Castle, is what I wonder. Okay. So now we can't do anything. This begs the question... What happens, like, when we actually get some of these enabled? And unfortunately, we don't have enough to say. So I don't think we've dried these out enough yet. So... we're gonna do a few more, see if we can't start getting to repetitious stuff. As if a lot of this isn't repetitious already. Alright, so we have Koopas in silhouette. That's perfectly normal. Green, advice boxes. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be. Nothing out of the ordinary there. At least the fire's not in silhouette. See, I'd always like to get one where you can eat the football players and just see what happens. Like, because they didn't actually, like, they haven't eaten status, but they don't have, like, the capability of being eaten in normal gameplay, although there's glitches that allow it. Yeah, the plants are in silhouette, the P blocks don't, it's okay, well, doesn't actually clear the collision. Let's try a new strategy. Try to eat it. After I eat you and get you out of the way. There we go. Gold colors. Different. Oh, we got a little, blinking artifact up there. That's pretty cool. Alright. Other than graphical stuff, not a lot to this one. Almost looks like skyscrapers in the background. Almost. You know, it would be kind of interesting because having a big old cityscape in the background, it might fit this level. Alright. That's right. What? 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 Okay. I don't know what I just saw there. I almost want to jump on it and see. That was weird. It's like those Mario Maker 2 troll levels that they make. I'm almost scared to jump on that one, but I'm going to. See, they did it again! Like, Koopa's, like, super jumping. It's kind of weird. So we'll do this, probably one more. Then I think we'll kind of have exhausted. I might even stop Mario World here. I want to try some different games that I haven't tried. Especially when I try some hard ones, because I know, like, Mega Man X is one of the harder games to corrupt. So I think with our next episode, we're going to see if we can't get some good Mega Man corruptions. But we're going to try to beat Iggy with this one. And then I think we'll do one or two more, depending on the quality. So yeah, we're not going to go through that crap again. That wasn't fun. I'm just going to lose what I got. Alright. Now we go to Iggy. The basically unbeatable boss in any corruption. Because I can never do it. Something always happens just before I get to Iggy, or on Iggy. Or in the animations that come after beating Iggy. Like the castle destroying or whatever. Always something. Let's get our trusty mushroom. Nicely colored gates. I see Bowser has really loved his renovations he's made to the castle. Alright, eat it. Ow. So, alright. Boomer moment. See, it's like I spend so much time like not getting to frickin' any of the bosses, the Koopalings, that I don't get any practice actually fighting them. Plus, it's been a little while since I've actually. Okay, see, this is part of the problem. Is dude isn't moving. That's why I was having trouble, because usually you expect him to move, but we screwed with the AI so much that it doesn't even move. Alright, so let's see. See if we can get a good save point. And I think I might do a save state too. Alright, Mario. Kill those Koopalings. There's that Dorkly episode relating to this that comes to mind, where all the Koopas are, it shows from their perspective, and it's like, you're killing my family. Alright, so we're past that. Let's go ahead and do a save state right here. Let's see. We'll save game position. I guess we'll do slot 1. I don't know any other slots I'd have. Okay, so we got that done. Now let's try 1 or 2 more without title crashes. So here be 1. Oh, I thought we saved. Okay, we'll just load then. Load state. Alright. Alright, so let's try out the cape. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, because we got dragon coins. Alright. Okay, oh, we're getting, from every dragon coin we collect, we're getting, so we got 27 lives. They're turning into a coin. Okay, that's not a particularly interesting one. I think this is about, well, let's do 1 more. We'll do 1 more, we'll just throw it up there. Try to get one without a title crash. 1 more quick one, hopefully. And then this will be our Super Mario World documentation. And we have no ground. I think this is going to be a problem. But let's play it out and see. Okay, we have... okay. Okay. I kind of want to reset that and do it again. Okay, it crashed. So when we went to the first donut plains, it takes us to castle, and that just crashed. Well, I guess it's a good place to end it, so stay tuned for more corruption videos. Hopefully, I'd like to make this into a new series, a good series. I might even do some more today. I don't know, but we'll be doing it with a different game. Anyhow, thank you guys for listening, and I will be back in the future for more content.